Europe is Perp, back with another video, and man, I've been waiting so patiently to make this video. I was going to drop it last month, but I felt like that would be a little bit premature since this series Reprisal on Hulu first season dropped on December 6th, so I didn't want to kind of rush into it. I wanted to kind of give some people some time to go watch the season. And my season 1 review, I was very vague on that, but with this video, these series of videos I'm about to do, I can go more in depth with certain characters and certain moments. And pretty much what I'm doing here is going to give you my season 2 predictions. There's been no announcement, as far as I know, of a season 2, but when they do announce it, make sure you tune in, subscribe, hit that like button, because we're definitely going to be talking about season 2. Definitely looking forward to it, and I hope y'all enjoy this video. This is mainly for the people that have seen season 1. If you haven't, go ahead and check out my season 1 review of Reprisal. Definitely go check out the series and then come back to this channel and definitely enjoy the content as we get ready for season 2. If there's a season 2, Hulu would be stupid as fuck not to make a season 2 of this. This is incredible, and I'll get to why I enjoy this series so much. So let's start with the main character, Katherine Harlow, aka Doris Quinn. That's who she takes the name of 10 years after the whole incident with her and her brother Bert. And I really want to kind of touch on something before I get into my predictions of what they could possibly do with Katherine's character going forward, because I wasn't expecting the ending to play out the way it did. But she makes mention of being underestimated is your biggest advantage, and I love that, because when you get introduced to her, she just comes off as a innocent, like, white woman, just minding her business, but you don't know her backstory or where she comes from. And that's why I really liked Abigail Spencer's portrayal of Katherine, because it just was so believable and it was just so subtle. And I don't think a lot of people would understand that. If you don't like her character, that's cool, but like, this is why I like her character, because she uses that to her advantage. She plays the slow game, but she knows she doesn't have that much time, because while she's doing all this, she's creating other problems around her, and she's just focused on her brother, and she doesn't really care to use people. Like, she doesn't really care about others around her. She starts to open up to the people around her, like the crew that she's built. She's obviously just using them so she can get close to her brother. And I wasn't expecting them to kill off Bert. I don't know if he's legit dead, because we didn't see a body, but that's going to cause a lot of interesting things, and I'll talk about those in later parts of this season 2 prediction as this whole series goes. I got like 3 different videos I want to do. This is 1 out of 3. But what they could possibly do with Katherine's character now is, now that Bert is kind of out of the picture, she has to focus on Big Grim now, because Big Grim, Ron Perlman's character, he was kind of like not a side character, not a side villain, but he could most likely be they were pretty much setting him up to be the next big bad after she gets done with Bert. And like I said, that whole thing with Bert being gone, supposedly, maybe we have to just wait and see, but most likely he's dead. Anyways, going back to Big Grim, now Earl's in a situation with Big Earl, and she still has to deal with that issue. it's more so Earl's issue too, because he's been robbing Big Grim, and Big Grim probably finally gets a hold of him, and he's able to get a face-to-face with him. So we don't know what Earl's fate is, but you know, she has to deal with that. What will her consequences be for killing Bert? You know, who's going to take that spot? Will it be Joel? I have a theory on that, but that's going to be for another time. We're just talking about Katherine right now and just what that would mean for her. She's made a lot of enemies. You know, we have Meredith out there that thinks that Katherine has everything to do with her parents' death, which I'll touch on Meredith in another video, because I think they're building her character up to be something really interesting, and I don't know. But anyways, what they could possibly do with Katherine now is kind of just deal with the whole Big Grim situation. Maybe that will get stretched into a season 3, maybe. I feel like her back is going to be against the wall in season 2, because you just took out one of the leader of the Brawlers, so she's definitely going to make a lot of enemies just based off of that. What's going to happen between her and Bash, because that was really interesting that they had that connection, and you could kind of read through the lines, like before they show that episode where you had the flashback of her and Bash living in the house that she brought him to at the end of the season. He was almost pretty much left for dead, and that was really painful to see, and I'm just wondering how Bash is going to react to that. Like, is he going to be fully recovered? Is he going to want to take revenge on Katherine, or are they going to be able to, you know, fix things between them two? Will Bash end up leaving the Brawlers to join Katherine? I find there's just so many things they could do with Katherine's character now, because it's just, I don't know where they could take this story. I'm thinking that Katherine going forward, it's definitely not going to be season 2, but maybe in a future season they could possibly kill off Katherine. I won't say who, but you know, if you definitely stay tuned to my channel and to these prediction videos, I'll get to who I think may do it, or who should do it, or has the most motive to do so. Like I said, she's just creating more problems, where she only had one issue she was trying to resolve, is to take out Bert, because everybody has this theory, or just this belief, that Katherine was the one that kind of started the war between the ghouls and the Brawlers, and that's really interesting. That's interesting propaganda that Bert was going to do, and I feel like Bert had a feeling that his time was near, because he was kind of halfway into the grave already. He was just walking on a cane, so he was definitely not 100%, but he definitely, what I'll say about both those characters, Bert and Katherine, is, man, they are, when they're angry, and that's the one thing I like about Katherine, like, she's very subtle and she comes off very respectable, but if you piss her off, she just completely loses it, and I really want to see more of her character and our character growth and what they're going to do, because it's up in the air. They can do with anything, you know. I just think with season 2, Big Grim is going to play a big part in season 2. Will they kill his character off by the end? Who knows? But there's just so much they could do here. But let me know what you guys think about this, what they could do with Katherine's character going forward. Do you like any of my ideas, from Big Grim being the next big bad, to what they're going to do with Bash's character. Is he going to be looking for revenge? Probably not. Who knows? Like, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And I'll have part 2 coming up very soon. Depending on how this video does, I'll put it out sooner. You guys definitely do not want to miss out on this one, because I think out of the 3 that I've started with now, I think part 2 is going to be the most interesting going into season 2. But till next time, I will check y'all out later.
The problem is that people live for other people. That's why it's anti-dogma, because it's like people live their life according to what someone else should say. But yeah, I had to just lock in. A lot of people don't want to work. They want point B. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand though that it's like, yo, you really gotta do all this though to get there. Are you down for that, or you just want to be on the jet?